Hey guys, and welcome to Captain Charlemagne's Models. I'm your Captain Charlemagne, so let's head over to the bench and see what we're doing for today's project.
Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. So today we got a very special video for you all. Today we're looking at the 1 in 650 Helios USS Excelsior. So this kit is available in several sizes. The largest is the 1 350, and then the smallest would be this kit here. Funny enough, the box it came in would not even have fitted on the table. So this version of the Excelsior is as we first saw her in the, I believe it was the third movie where the Enterprise A was introduced. So this kit is of the NX variant. To give you all an idea of scale, here is the refit, aka Enterprise type saucer, next to the 1 in 650. Yeah, that is still tiny. Another idea to give you guys in terms of scale between these two kits. Give me one moment here to grab it. So here is the Polar Lights 1 in 350 TOS Enterprise secondary hull section. This is the secondary hull section for the Excelsior. Yeah, it's bigger without a doubt, and well worth the price of the kit. Something that's often been mentioned about this kit is, not this kit, but the model of the Excelsior in general, is the window sizing. There's a whole slew of, let's just say, issues that people are always bringing up about sizing of the windows. And in fact, if you can see it here on the model, you have all these windows here. You have, get 1 second, try and get in as close as I can here. Grab my tweezers real quick. And right where my tweezer is, there's in fact a bunch of tiny little holes for windows. You also have holes along the side here of, I believe this is the BC deck for the model. You have the grid lines here all across the upper saucer, as well as your phaser turrets, ball turrets, all nicely shown here. Flip it over, you have this pretty much most of the detail for the lower saucer is more or less at the moment non-existent, which is understandable because I accidentally had it upside down, but you still have a bunch of detail. And of course this kit is made to be lit, which when we eventually do get to this model is going to be done. And I will admit here, you do have good bit of, it fits quite nicely, the parts. So we're gonna move that off the table for a minute, and we're gonna look at the next part. So this is going to be the piece that goes into where the main bridge area is. Pretty much nothing there. You have the only real detail to this piece there is where it's going to fit into the model. Next up is our neck, and yeah, it's nicely detailed. You have the spot here the pieces aren't in, where the photon torpedoes are going to tubes are going to be. You also have a nice ribbing detail that the Excelsior and the Enterprise C has for their neck sections. Next will be the lower saucer dome area. This is actually two pieces. just stuck together at the moment. So you have this piece here, which made pretty much easier for lighting the model, and you have the actual piece here. There's some detail here, and the light is supposed to go through these parts here. Next up, we have where the gem is. That's going to be on the back side of the upper saucer section. That's going to be interesting. And I do apologize for noise in the background. There's a little 4-year-old running around when he shouldn't be. Next is one of the differences between the NX and the NCC 2000 version, and that's going to be the top piece where the bridge is. So this part normally goes on top of here, and it goes in the fix that real quick. So pretty much goes on this thing, and it sits on the bridge. I've got to double check. Let me see. So this is the B version, so it'd probably not be a very good example, but the bridge for the Excelsior as the NCC version is very different from the NX version. Up next, we have one of the little rings. This is for where the deflector dish is. This pretty much fits into here and will go into the secondary hull. Next up, I believe this part is for weapons. Am I 100% sure? No, but that's what I'm pretty sure this piece is. Feel free to comment below if it's something else. Next up, this is the part. I believe this is a hangar bay. This works in conjunction with another piece that is seen in the NX version in comparison to the NCC version. This goes here, fits into here, fits onto the back of the ship, and so forth. Next up is this. So this part is actually four separate pieces. I believe this is where like the underhanging cargo bay, where you have a number of the ship's shuttles, VIP shuttles or cargo holding shuttles. I'm not sure what it is. Pretty much this fits into here like so. Following that, you put in this, and then this part here goes on top of that. And so you do have a fairly nice detail. The light that's going to shine inside the secondary hole is going to shine into this part and most likely illuminate the whole section there. So put those off to the side. So next up is this little baggie. The parts are all very small, so I don't feel comfortable taking them out. So of course in this you do have some shuttles. Those are going to fit onto this piece here that we just went over. You also have the photon torpedo tubes in it. For the next section, and I do believe these are I'm not sure. I believe these are the fins that sit on the back side of the right there next to the impulse crystal at the back end of the upper saucer. So we're gonna move that off. We have a few more clear parts. So we do have 2 impulse engines, and these 2 pieces here, I do believe fit onto the ship's nacelles. Alright. So now we're going to be bringing back something we just recently saw when we were doing the side comparison. So here is the secondary engineering section. So this part does come in 2 parts. And just like with the other one, try and get as close as I can. Hopefully the screen will focus in. You have window detail and grid pattern detail all across here, as well as the upper rim, which in and of itself is amazing. In models of the Enterprise B and the Excelsior and the 1 in 1000 scale, that detail is non-existent. The only way to get that is having a very good memory and drilling those sections out, or using decals and setting them to the side. I know I've seen a lot of Excelsior models where people have hand drilled those out, and yeah, that's fairly impressive. This kit is highly detailed, and for a 1 in 650 it says a lot. It actually makes me wonder just how detailed the 1 in 350 kit would be, and let's be honest here, that kit would no doubt be a monster. Something I did learn from the gentleman who runs Canadian Starships is that it'd be the 2 sizes above this that do carry the armature. This one does not carry a armature. And this part, so something I was told before with this kit, be it the NX or the NCC version, is be careful. One of the first things you want to do is check your neck and your saucer sections connections. Luckily for me, I did not have that issue. For mine, it's a fairly tight fit. When they fit on, can come off fairly easy as well. So that's something interesting. Something I was told by somebody that they actually had a slight idea they wanted to around like up here. Now personally I'm not doing this because I lack the ability to do such detail work, but they want to put something here on these 2 sides and want to add in like several decks. But that's gentleman is someone I know personally, and he doesn't like the idea of YouTube. If he did, I'm fairly sure he'd be making a good bit of content because he likes doing a lot of stuff on his own. Scratch building parts and all that. So next up we do have the ship's nacelles. So this is 2 large pieces. For this kit, I don't believe you're able to light up this part, and that's mainly because in the movie the nacelles did not light up as you would see in TNG and Deep Space Nine with other Excelsiors. You do get this. You do get, of course, 2 in the kit, as well as you do get the 4 covers that go on to the front and back end of this here. And of course you do have some decent bit of detail here. You have, it's fairly hard to see on this, but there is some little squares, 2 here, 1 here, and a couple here, which I'm guessing are impulse engines. You have a couple holes here, which I'm guessing if you can drill those out, those are for navigation lights. since I am aware that on the Excelsior and all the starships, their nacelles do carry navigation lights. So one of the things about this kit that it does not come with is this kit does not come with decals. So those would be something that would have to be, I believe, custom made. So if you know somebody and they're capable of doing the size right, you would have to get the diameter of the saucer and all that other good stuff out of the way to be able to do it. So we do got one final piece left to look over today, and that final piece is the nacelle pylon. And so this comes in two separate pieces. You do have the upper part, which you have some fairly nice detail here as well as around the rim. And then you have the lower half, which is not 3D printed resin or plastic, it's actually metal. This is the only piece of metal that you have in this kit. This actually invites a secondary thing to make sure you check with the kit. The reason being is that as you can see with mine here, these pieces here are fairly disposing away. So you would have to, it'd be a fairly tight fit if you tried putting the nacelles on. And that's just test fitting them. I'm not sure how much more difficult it'd be if you didn't glue this together right. My final thoughts is this looks like it's going to be an amazing kit once it's done. I do believe there have been several YouTubers who have done their own videos of it. I do believe the Enterprise B in 1 in 350, I do believe there's one on YouTube. Somebody's been starting to build it. So that's definitely something I personally be looking forward to see when somebody releases it. So that's going to be everything for this unboxing. The next episode to the bench will be, we will be decaling the Avenger, as well as upcoming look at the Dreadnought project that we're going to be working on. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me here today. I hope you all have a nice day. I hope you all have a nice week. Take care of yourselves, and shall see you all again here fairly soon. This has been Captain Charlemagne, and I'm signing off. Ta-ta for now, everyone.